Washington and Dallas face off for the second time in 3 weeks. The football team's looking to sweep for the second straight season, while the Cowboys seek their 8th win in the last 12 meetings. It's NFC East football on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there should be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 13 carries, 55 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost like in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And Folk's kick is good.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for Dallas.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Wentz to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 47-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He goes right back the way of Hilton. Powering his way forward. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now, Wentz again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Wentz.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington.
This is Tony Pollard. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll roll him out right. A dump off to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now he's forced out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for Dallas.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and and the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. To try again after the sack, Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and
that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Thomas brings it in, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Prescott on first down. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused because...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Jamin Davis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz caught left side by Hilton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Throwing is Wentz. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Wentz. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. To throw, it's Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Wentz now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing here, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. The 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play here for Dallas.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
I got you. Check. Crunch.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Cowboys extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Wentz. That is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Well, Prescott here to throw, eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.